Throughout the majority of this season, it seemed like Elias Pettersson just had the Calder Trophy award locked up and that it was his award to lose, but over the past month or so, I really think Rasmus Dahlin is kind of closing the gap and actually going to make it an interesting race, down the stretch of the season. I'm not saying he's the favorite, I'm not even saying he's going to win it, I'm just happy that he's kind of making it interesting because throughout the majority of the year, like I said, it was just Elias Pettersson running away with the award. So in today's video, I just want to take a look at the season that Rasmus Dahlin is having, because it's not even really getting talked about, and that's kind of surprising to me considering he was the #1 overall pick, but he really is having a phenomenal year as an 18-year-old, and especially over the past month he has really heated up and he's just adapting to the NHL game even better over time. So in this video, I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts on the season he's having so far and if he has any shot at catching Elias Pettersson in the race for the Calder Trophy. I don't really want to make this a video like comparing the two players because I think we all should just really appreciate the amazing season that both of these rookies are having. So I'm more so just going to focus on Dahlin in this video and try not to bring up Pettersson too much because I have talked about him a lot on this channel over the season, and rightfully so because he really does deserve it. But man, Rasmus Dahlin as an 18-year-old kid is really coming in and playing big time minutes for the Buffalo Sabres. And yes, early on in the season his point total, got off to a little bit of a slow start, but like I said, over the past month he really has been heating up and he's been showing that offensive upside that everyone knew he had, and he really is showing that he can be a franchise defenseman. And this Buffalo Sabres team really is heading in an amazing direction. They have the franchise forward in Jack Eichel, and now in my opinion they have the franchise defenseman and Rasmus Dahlin. Now it's just a matter of finding the pieces around them that can fit, finding a good goaltender, and I think in no time this will be a playoff team. Yes, this year they got off to the amazing start. I'm pretty sure everyone thought they're going to make the playoffs, including myself, but they have kind of fell out of the race a little bit. I think they're around 10 or 11 points back of that final wildcard spot. They are over 500 though, which is a step in the right direction because it's been a long time since Buffalo has been over 500, but if they were in the Western Conference, they would still be right in the thick of things. So they're just, in the tougher conference this year, but it is nice to see this team, get some winning habits and really just head towards in the right direction and not be in the basement of the league, which a lot of us are used to seeing. And I think a large part of that is due to the play of Rasmus Dahlin. He's been logging about 21 minutes of ice time on the year, and remember, this guy's 18 years old, and usually for defensemen it takes a little bit longer for them to develop and really become fully adapted to the NHL game, but as an 18-year-old in his rookie year, it already looks like he's very, very comfortable, especially, after a little bit of a slow start. He is really finding his game and solidifying himself as one of the best, if not probably the best defender on this Buffalo team. Obviously, Ristolainen has a little bit more points, but Rasmus Dahlin's plus-minus is significantly better, and I think he really is going to be a staple in their blue line for the next decade. And honestly, I definitely would give him some consideration for the Calder Trophy just because of what he's doing as an 18-year-old. I think the slight edge still goes to Elias Pettersson though, because he really has been doing it the entire season. But in voting, it's kind of a recency bias. You remember what happens recently, and Rasmus Dahlin has been amazing, and if he continues this towards the end of the season, I honestly think it could be a very, very tight race. So taking a look at Dahlin's stats so far this season, first Buffalo with a 30, 28, and 8 record for 68 points, and I don't think it's a coincidence that after they get this kid, their record becomes positive. I think he has such a big impact on this team, and for his individual stats, he's having a really good year as well. 66 games played, 8 goals, and 29 assists for 37 points, and a lot of those points have been coming recently and, over the past month, and he just really has been amazing. He's super, super fun to watch. He rarely makes mistakes, and for an 18-year-old defenseman especially, that's something that you don't really see too often, especially, you don't even have defensemen that are this young playing in the league right away usually, because like I said earlier, it really does take a little bit longer for defensemen to really develop and become full-time NHLers. But man, in the next 2 years, I think Rasmus Dahlin will already be one of the top defensemen in the entire NHL. Just his ability to move the puck, he's a great skater. Obviously, he has a very, very good shot as well. Only 8 goals on the year, but I definitely think he's a defenseman that is capable of around 15 goals and, a 60-point scorer. And, just in his rookie season, having that many points is pretty crazy to see, and I definitely think he is living up to the hype. He just seems like he's a guy that's already been in the NHL for a long time. I'm very curious to see how he develops over the next couple of years, especially, since he's doing this at just a young age of 18. And I know a lot of you are probably sick of me saying, he's only 18 in this video, but I think for a defenseman being that young and having the big impact that he has on his team, especially the impact on winning, I think is just very, very impressive. And I think Elias Pettersson is really still a lock to win the Hart Trophy. But if Dahlin keeps this up, I definitely think he could get some more people talking. But yeah, I would still give my vote to Elias Pettersson just because he really has impacted winning in a huge way for the Vancouver Canucks, and he's been doing it consistently for the whole season, while Rasmus Dahlin has kind of just started heating up over the past little bit. So that's kind of my opinion on this. I definitely think both rookies are having an amazing year, and I wanted to talk about Dahlin in this video because I feel like I really haven't at all so far this season. So that is going to wrap up the video. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and make sure to let me know down in the comment section who is your favorite for the Calder Trophy. And I don't want to hear any Vancouver Canucks fans freaking out at me down in the comment section. I never once said I think Dahlin is going to win the Calder. I'm just kind of shedding some light on the amazing season that he is having, as well as Elias Pettersson. So with that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel for daily NHL content, and I will see you guys all in the next video.